So 6 videos have been loaded all together. We do not want that either. We need to only show one video at a time, and we need to hide the other videos. So we'll just close the overlay here, and here in the class we'll add a class to the iframe. So class equal to, we'll add a class of embed, and by default we'll add a class of hide. Okay, so we'll style the embed and we'll style the hide. So we'll just save that for now and go into the style.css and scroll all the way down, and here we'll get the .embed, we'll do .hide. Okay, so if there is .embed and .hide, we want to display nothing. So we'll just save that and see if that's working here. So if we save that, you can see nothing's loading. That's because we have hidden everything. So we'll just close that. Now we need to show only if there is a class of show. So if the embed class has a class of show, we need to display as inline block. So now there is no div with a show, so we need to add that. So let's go back into the script.js file, and over here we'll call a function called show videos. Okay, and we'll create that function in a bit. So we'll copy that, and beneath the close nav we'll create a new function. So function show videos. To show videos, first we need to all the iframes with the embed class. So what we'll do is we'll create a variable called embed classes, and we'll query select all. So we'll do document dot query selected all, and we'll select by the class of embed. Okay, so this will return a node list, or it's kind of like an array, so we can loop through it and see if that's there. We'll do embed classes dot for each, and for each tag, okay, we want to do something, and we need the embed tag as well as the position of the tag, because only then we can hide and show it. So we'll create we'll add a comma idx, which is the index of that embed tag. Based on this index, we will show and hide the iframes. So we need to compare this index with something. So we'll create a new variable called active slide. This is basically the video that is currently active. So based on this active slide, we can show and hide the videos or the iframes. So we can check if active slide is equal to index. Okay, so if active slide is equal to index at that particular position, we need to remove the hide tag, and we need to add the show tag. So we need to embed tag dot class list dot add what we want to add. We want to add the class of show, and we want to remove the class of hide. And in all of the cases, we want to do the opposite. So we want to add the class of hide and remove the class of show. The tag, and we want to remove class list dot remove show. So say for Mortal Kombat, we saw 6 videos here. So initially we'll set the active slide here as 0. Okay, and so here, if for the first video, it will show the first video, and see we have added hide by default, so it will remove the hide. Okay, and for every other tag, it will try to remove show and add hide class again if it's not there. So now if we save that, go into the app and click no more. Okay, so nothing is loading here. That's because we have called the function before we added the iframe into the DOM. So we'll just cut these and go below here and paste that here. Now when we click no more, you can see that the video is loaded, and it's only one video that's loaded, and there is no additional videos here. So we have added a single video successfully, and we are able to open and close that one video there. Now we need to switch different videos here. So we need to go to next video and the previous video. So for that, we'll first add 2 arrow signs here. Okay, so for that, we'll go into the index.html, create 2 buttons. So basically, we'll just copy the A tag from here, and we'll paste that 2 times here again. Okay, we'll remove the on-click function because we'll do something else. Okay, we have removed that. We can change the class to arrow, and we'll give it another class of left arrow. And here we can give a class of arrow, and we'll give the class of right arrow. Okay, and similarly we'll give the same ID as well. So we'll give the ID of left arrow and right arrow respectively. So we'll just copy the left arrow from here, and we'll copy the right arrow from here, and we'll just paste that here. And now we need, if we see the overlay, we basically have 2 crosses here. That's because we have 2 times here. We need to change the times to arrows. So we'll open the new tab and search for HTML arrow. Okay, we'll open this site here and scroll a little bit down and select a fancy arrow from here. We'll take this one, so left and right. So we'll just copy the HTML code from here for the left, and we'll paste that here. We'll copy the HTML code for the right from here and paste that here. And now when we save that and click the overview, you can see there is 2 icons there. Now we need to style them. So at present it has some styling because of the A tag from this one. So we'll style it a bit more. So we'll style.css, and here we'll get the class of arrow. And first let's position it. So we'll position it absolute, and we'll save that. So we have both the position here. So we need the left arrow on left and right arrow on right. So arrow dot left arrow. We need a left of say 10%, and we need the same, say right arrow, and we'll set the right as 10%. So we have placed both of them on opposite sides. They have the hover effect because of the A tag that we copied from the overlay. So that is why there is a hover effect on these. Okay. So we can reduce that 10% say to 5%. Yeah, that's better. We just keep it in this size itself. So we have added the buttons. Now we need to add click events on these. So let's go into the script.js, and this is the show videos. So we need that. We'll get the left and right button. So left arrow equal to document dot get element by id, and the id is left arrow. We'll copy this once more, and we'll do the same for right arrow as well, and we'll save that. Now we have both the buttons. Now we'll add an event listen to these. So left arrow dot add event listener, and we'll listen to the event of click. And when the click happens, we'll call this function, which basically checks something. What do we have to check here? We have to check if the active slide is greater than 0. Okay, for this left arrow, if it is greater than 0, we need to reduce the active slide by 1, and we need to call this show videos function so that it changes the tags and shows the correct video on the top. So we need to check if active slide greater than 0, and if this is true, we need to reduce the active slide by 1. And if it's not true, which means it is either equal to 0 or less than 0. So if that is the case, we need to make the active slide as the last element. So we need to get the total number of videos that there is. So we can create a variable for that as well. So we'll create a variable called total videos, and we'll set as 0. And in the show videos function, initially we'll get this total videos. We'll set the value as the length of this embed class. So embed class is equal to embed class dot length. Okay, total videos is equal to embed class dot length, and we need to set the active slide equal to total videos minus 1, because we are getting the active slide from 0, so we need to reduce it by 1. Okay, and we need to do the kind of similar thing for the right arrow as well. So we'll just copy this and paste it and change it to right arrow. And here what we have to check is if the active slide is less than the total videos minus 1, which is the last element. If the active slide is less than the last video, we need to increment the active slide. Else we want to set the active slide as 0. That's it. Okay, so now when we save that and go here and click no more, we get this here, and when we click here, nothing happens. That's because we have not called the show videos function. So we'll just click on show videos, copy that and paste that, basically call that function in the left arrow and the right arrow function calls. Now when we save that and open the overlay and click on next, it loads the next video. Okay, so It's basically looping through the whole 6 videos. So you can see that it's loading all the videos, and we can basically scroll through them. There is one more thing that we need to add to make this complete. That's we need to know which part or which video we are looking at. So normally in the carousel, you can see there are dots that indicate which slide it is and which slide we are going into. So similarly, we'll create a few dots here, and we'll show those dots based on this hide and show itself. Okay, so we need to create that dots, and let's do that now. So beneath the iframe here, okay, we need to add one more thing. So we'll add a variable called dots, which is that dots array, and in the loop itself, which is here, we'll push one more thing. So we'll do dots dot push, and here also we'll create a template literal, and here we'll create a span, and this span will have a class of dot. This will also have one more thing, which is the ID of the video, or the position at which the video exists. So we need that ID as well. So what we'll do is here we'll add a bracket here and video comma IDX for the index position of that video. So here we'll add that IDX and we'll increment it by 1, because the array starts at 0 and ends at length -1. So we need to start from 1 and end at length. So we'll just add by 1. Okay. Now we need to add this span or the group of spans into the DOM or in the overlay content. So we'll create another variable here called content. Okay. This will also be a template literal, and we'll enter here. Okay. So for beauty purposes, let's add the movie name as well. So for simplicity, we'll just copy this h1 tag here from here, and in the content we'll paste that here, and instead of no results found, we'll get the movie name from movie.name. So we'll remove that and dollar curly braces, and we'll do movie dot original title. Okay, this gives the title of the movie. Now we need to add the embed, which is this one. So we'll add a break here, and then we'll add the embed. So dollar curly braces and this one, and we'll add another break here, and now we'll add the dots. So we'll create a div with the class of dots, and we'll close the div, and in here the same thing, which is dots dot join, and we'll join by nothing. Okay, and let's save that. We get an error because we didn't add the content here, so we'll just copy the content from here and we'll paste that here and save that. Now the content is loaded, and when we click no more, we have the movie name here, and we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 here. We can't see that, so let's style that. So we'll go into style.css and scroll all the way down, and we'll get the class of dots, and we'll get the individual dot, which is dot. and we can style it just like we styled the current tab, which is the current tab for the pagination that we previously did. So we'll just copy paste that, and maybe just change the padding, reduce the padding a bit, and we'll change the border from this to the secondary color, which is kind of like this blue. Okay, and we'll change the columns, we'll change the font color to white. So now we have all these here. We'll add a margin to the dots as a whole. So we'll get the dots class, and we'll add a margin top of say 30 pixel, so that there is a bit of space there. And between each dot we'll add a bit of margin as well. So we'll add a margin of 5 pixel. So there is a bit of spacing between them. So when the video is active, we need to make sure that we need to show that which dot is active. So when the dot has an active class, so we'll do dots dot active. Okay, so we'll change the border color. So we'll change the border color to orange. Okay, so now we do not have a border active class, so we'll just add that in the show videos function. So let's take the show videos, which is this one. We'll get all the dots here, so we'll just copy this, paste that here, dots, and we'll get the dot. It will get all of them individually. Then beneath this loop, we'll loop the dots array as well. So dots dot for each dot, comma, index. We need to add and remove the active class. So dot if say active slide equal to index is this one, then we need to add the active class. So dot class list dot add active, else dot remove dot class list active. Oh no, it's not remove dot class, it's class list dot remove. Class list dot remove active. Save that. Go here, click on no more. You can see the video has an active, and when we switch through it, the active class changes, and we can go either way all around. So if we open it, you can see there is a small misbalance here. So we'll just quickly fix that as well. Go into the style.css, go into the overlay content, and we'll change this top 25% to 5% maybe, or maybe 10%. That's better. And we need to position this as well. The arrows, we need to transform them, translate Y, and we give a value of minus 50%, and we'll give a top of 0 as well, top of 50%. and transform YF 50%. Yeah, that's better. So we'll give a top of 50% and translate YF minus 50%. And save that. So now it's more or less positioned in the center, and we can see we can scroll through all the videos, we can play through them, we can see if there is only one video, we can't do anything. There is only one among them, we just skip that and say this also has only one. Yeah, that's all there is to this video. I hope you learned something from this video. So you can make a few changes, like maybe change the height and width of this iframe to match the aspect ratio of the screen size. So in the mobile, this will take a lot of screen. Lot of size, and this position will be all messed up. So you can play around with that. In the next video, we'll host this site into Netlify so that we can access it there. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, do let me know. And thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.